Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This will be a great test, a separator, the first conference game of the year with two teams that are undefeated. He knows that whoever wins this game will have a leg up in the standings, but more importantly, set the tone for the conference season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Iowa's offense will have the football first. Kamari Moulton, he's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Moulton. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Diaz. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Hawkeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Out of the gun with Kamari Moulton. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Handoff for Moulton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's a give to Moulton. Maybe some room here. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. On first down, it's Moulton again. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wolverines offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Bryce Underwood. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out. Makes the quick grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And that one's incomplete. In the big house for this huge third down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Another incompletion on third down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Smashes ahead. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Running inside, it's Marshall. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill fast.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Underwood to throw. It's complete on the right side. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going with the counter play here. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On the move. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of a quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get... tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Play action with Underwood. Finds his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Underwood. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It's third and goal and third and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got it, beat down in bounds.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Hawkeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moulton. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2. There he goes! These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to him. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Underwood on the play action. Plucks it out of the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Marsh. Runs through a man. He might have space. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this set of downs gets started from 3, 1st and 10. Handoff for Malton.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. And that's incomplete. A defender all. they're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll run it again. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Moving out to the right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Fires quickly. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Malton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Using the quick game. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Handoff for Malton. Bounced off his feet.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. So just a lack of discipline, and on 4th down, 2, just hands this offense a 1st and 10. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. This time he's got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback running on the draw. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out.
He caught it! He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Two-hand catches are preferable, not always necessary. Sticking the big mid up there and hauling it in.
And how about the play by the tight end, bailing his QB out? Because that was not a perfect throw, but he just stuck out that big paw and reeled it in.
And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, it's Phillips. And he's in. Touchdown, Iowa!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see. Could be an alley. Makes it past the marker. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Discards him with the stiff arm. Now, after the interception, coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to